Good morning, Sunnies! It's so good to be here in the morning on this fabulous day. I am joined by my fierce and fabulous co-host, Meredith Masony. How are you today?
Good morning, Davy. It's Wednesday.
Yes, it's hump day, right? That's what the kids say?
Just stay away from the bridge, Davy.
Don't hump me, yeah. Golly.
Wednesday, which means we're halfway to the weekend and fully out of patience. So pour your coffee, hide from your kids, and let's pretend we've got it all together for at least the next hour.
But wait, we want to know where all you Sunnies are. We want to see where your neck of the woods, where your sunshine is shining in, as we love to check out our comments and see where everybody is tuning in from. So yeah, let us know where you are, and we will shout you out. Meredith is going to talk to us a little bit about our home called The Lab.
That's right. Powered by The Lab St. Augustine, where innovation meets imagination. It's a full-service digital studio, turning ideas into impact right here in the heart of downtown. Lights, sound, magic, and your next big thing all under one roof.
I love it. It's The Lab. It's where your story starts.
And don't forget to text the word Sunny to 904-227-4422 so you can stay connected to all things Sunny. And don't forget, Davey, to tell them what they could get if they text in.
Look, I'm going to bring it on cam just because it's so special. This is from the Spice and Tea Exchange. Shout out to my homegirl, Spicy. But yeah, look at this prize box, and anybody can win this. This is amazing. So we've got a bunch of infusers. We've got a candle, blue Hawaiian green tea for your pleasure.
Oh.
And pineapple paradise green tea. And there's a lush tropical chai. I love it. Lavender whipped honey for your it's very special.
That goes in your tea.
Yeah, isn't that fun?
Yeah, so if you're a tea ho, get in there and text Sunny, because those entries, you can also go to our Instagram and enter. It'll give you multiple entries.
Yeah, share it on your story. You get a bonus. Yeah, there's a lot of really cute little things. Yeah.
Bonuses.
I like
multiple entries.
Yeah.
So it's an OnlyFans account.
You can do it, Sunnies. I believe in you.
Wow. All right. Where can they follow?
Yeah, so just like that Instagram page, you got to go to sunnyst.johns or Facebook, all one word, sunnyst.johns. The TikTok now is an extra dot, so a little extra special. So it's sunny.st.johns. And everybody follow us on Sunny St. John's pages. That's really important so you can get all the latest and some behind the scenes fun stuff that you won't see out there. So yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, and so we've got Monica from Wisconsin. We've got Mary drinking coffee in Vermont.
I love that.
We've got Donna from Canada.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
And Jen wants to know, how are you so awake, Davey?
Because I'm fueled by maracuja.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see? Very nice.
All right, guys. So grab a coffee, spill the tea. Sunnies, here's what's going down in our neck of the woods. So what's going on, Davey?
Well, yesterday we had an awesome production meeting. We have some really cool ideas and concepts coming up, which is great because we thought it was going to be an hour meeting, but it ended up being like a 3-hour, major boardroom.
Marathon.
Yeah. But it was good. It was really, really good and productive.
Yeah, it ended with therapy. Only for me, though. Everyone else was fine.
How was the rest of your day?
It was fine. I went to the grocery store and because I do that every day, and I got a pot roast.
Okay. Oh, it's his favorite. Matthias's favorite.
Matthias's favorite meal. So I got pot roast, potatoes, carrots, mushrooms, and I've got the pot roast in the crock pot right now, because Baby Bird and his girlfriend should be here around, I think he said 5 or 6.
Oh, okay.
For
So dinner is 5 or 6?
Dinner is 5 or 6.
Okay, Davey, are you picking me up or am I picking you up?
You guys are.
roast.
How did we say? Family dinner.
You guys are welcome to come on over. I can't promise enough pot roast, but I didn't know this about Publix until I spoke to the cashier yesterday. And I bet Costco and maybe all the others do this. I just never thought to ask. The size of the pot roast that I pulled was like 3 pounds. I wanted a 4.5 pounder because we've got extra people.
Oh, they'll make it nice for you.
And I went to the cashier and I said, I was bummed they only had the 3 pounder in there. I needed like a 4.5. And she goes, oh, you just go to the meat manager and he'll cut you whatever you want.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, he'll cut me whatever I want. And I didn't realize it's the same as when they do the prime rib on special around Christmas. We've always had them cut it. I never thought to do it. I would have done it yesterday.
I'll give you another tip. Do you ever make meatloaf?
Yeah.
Okay, you can tell him you want the meatloaf mix, and they will actually make. I love that too because it's all right there.
The meatloaf mix is okay. So if you don't want to wait for that because maybe I don't know how long it takes them to do it. I do agree with you, Davey. The meatloaf mix is the best way to make meatloaf.
Mm-hmm.
The brothers, who were the brothers? Mark.
Mario Brothers. Oh,
Wahlberg.
Wahlburger has a meatloaf mix that's done.
No way, really?
It's killer.
Their hamburgers
I wanna
are
try
good,
that.
too.
My kids loved it. I made meatballs with it. Holy crap.
We have
Meatball
a
sandwiches.
message from our general manager.
Yes.
He said he only eats well when Baby Bird comes home.
Oh, well, that's good. Well, then that's a celebration. That's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Okay. That's on him. If the business manager wants a better meal, he could cook it.
Please send
There's
that
lots
back.
of good restaurants in town.
Yeah, he has sent food back, by the way. That has happened. He refuses to eat cream of mushroom soup because I made cream of mushroom everything the first 2 years of our marriage.
Oh, really?
He refuses to eat it.
It's so
if anything
easy.
looks creamy beige, he passes.
Not having it. Oh, my gosh.
All right, so today we've got crutches, kindness, and a teen plot twist, or as I'd like to call it, the sequel to You Won't Believe What Gen Z Did Next.
Oh, Lord. And we've got Real Housewives of New Jersey is back in the news, right, Mel? Here we go again. 3 million reasons why to run away.
Oh, good Lord. Chrissy Teigen fell off the wagon, but she's honest and she's here for the conversation, so I want to hear all about that tea.
All right, shuttle up and float on. We've got a lot in store today. I'm super excited about this conversation. And we've got Renee Unsworth from Totally St. Augustine, the events queen on the St. Augustine scene.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait to get into. She's got some really cool things she's going to chat with us about. But first, let's hear from our title sponsor, the Bailey Group. The Bailey Group. They're
Yep.
ready for anything, too. They're an NFP company. Life is full of unexpected moments. The Bailey Group is here to guide you every step of the way. Under the leadership of my buddy, President Mark Bailey, they've grown from a local agency to a nationally recognized firm, offering tailored solutions for individuals, families, and businesses, with a focus of an individual health and life insurance. Look, I'm going to tell you, Mayor, the Bailey Group is the place to be.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, they're amazing. All right, Sunnies, we love a good savings. Let's see where you're saving today.
All right, so deals that steals, prices that are unreal. Sunnies, let's find treasures our wallets can't feel, because boy, oh boy, are they feeling some things.
Yeah.
They are all, what do the kids say? They're all in their feels.
Yeah, they're feeling it.
My wallet is empty. Dust bunnies. So today's deals come from Kroger. Oh shit! So sorry. Kroger has nothing to do with you.
She just got really excited about Kroger, guys.
I did. Boneless pork loins. Yay! Buy one,
Oh
get
my
one free.
goodness.
Atlantic salmon fillets are $8.99 a pound. Breyer's ice cream, buy one, get one free. That's always my go-to. I know you like the Talenti.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
See,
but
let's-
I'm a bachelor. That's what we do. We get the one kit. You have to have a trough of
Oh,
ice cream.
I need
yeah.
both.
Yeah.
Both of those, and they're done in 2 days.
Totally.
3 days tops.
Yeah.
California white or yellow peaches. I
Okay.
didn't know there were white peaches.
Yeah.
They're
it's-
yummy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Okay.
they're less sweet than the colorful
Oh.
ones. Yeah.
All right. Jumbo avocados, but be careful with the cados, people.
Been
'cause
weird.
They've just not been. We've been buying them, and they've been bad already.
Something weird. Yeah.
Even when they feel hard,
Well.
they're
yeah.
not good inside.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
I'm
be
sure,
careful.
yeah.
You don't want to get a bad cado.
Nothing.
Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or 7-Up products are buy one, get one free. Digital deals are a thing, but you get 5 per transaction. And those are going to be your bacon, Oscar Mayer, Kroger cheeses,
Yeah.
Red Baron pizzas, and General Mills cereal are also on that deal. So that's a great one for you guys. Also, with the little kids, the Betty Crocker fruit snacks.
That's a big one.
They love those. Just make sure they brush those fangs because,
Yeah.
good Lord, the amount I've spent on cavities, and the dentist always blames the fruit snacks.
Yeah, I know.
Do we have anything on our Sunnies list? Do you want to tell
We
everybody what the
do.
Sunnies list is?
Yeah, Sunny's List is a super private, exclusive club. Private, I love it. But
Private.
this is where local Sunnies can save some incredible deals around town. We've got some local vendors that are signing up. Pretty amazing. Also sponsors of the show, Maracuya. We know that. You can go in and get 15% off. You say Sunny sent me. Flashes and Brilliance. You get 15% off. She carries LaFon jewelry. It's amazing. We saw that when we did
Giveaway.
the giveaway, right? We've got another exciting giveaway coming up from Flashes. Panache. You can get 15% off retail. My mom took advantage of this over the last couple of days, and she stocked up before she headed back home.
Wait a minute.
Yep.
We can get 15% off at Panache?
Yes. Yes.
Done. Meredith, let's go
I
right now.
bought myself a gift card for Mother's Day. I didn't get my 15%. I'm going to have to go in. You know what?
Yeah.
You probably don't get it on gift cards.
No, just the retail.
products,
But,
that's right.
Sophia's products. Why don't you ask about it?
Yeah, Sophia's product. I did buy 2 new things for Sophia. She's got that curly lion's mane going on.
Right.
So I will get my 15% next time.
Cool.
But I did buy my own Mother's Day gift card.
And Spice and Tea Exchange, we love Spicy over there. You get 15% off your first purchase. That's awesome. Zone Cheer, if you sign up your kids for some tumbling,
go.
right? I know, go Zone. You get, if you have a sibling, you get 15% off,
that's
which is pretty
nice.
cool. Bin 39, we know them from the afternoon show. They have buy one get one sangria, so that's a special one. You get a free sangria if you go in. So yeah, these people are really kind of rallying. Sunny's List is an amazing, affordable way to be able to have an exclusive discount for us Sunnies out there. So if you're interested, please get a hold of me, Davey at sunnystjohns.com, and I will sign you up and get you on that list. It's pretty amazing.
Also, if you want another way to get featured on our show, when you go to one of these vendors, take a picture, post it on social, and hashtag Sunny sent me.
Yeah.
And that way we can look for you and we can shout you out, because we've been seeing these pictures all over the place with the Maracuya coffees, panache. So make
and
sure.
out of towners too. We've seen some orders come from
About Face. That's right.
right.
That's another one you get the 15% off. You can look like a Greek god
Love it.
or a
Greek goddess.
Greek, I was going to say gargoyle,
Oh.
but that's
What? That's like a stone statue.
I'm
It
telling
is.
you guys,
A
their
dragon?
their sunscreen is amazing
It is.
at About Face. I'll put the link after the show in comments, and you can get 15% off. My mom ordered it, and they're sending it to her. It's
Yeah.
amazing. So yeah,
get it shipped. So you don't have to be local. You just have to be in on the deal.
yeah. That's the best
So there-
tinted sunscreen I've ever used. Actually,
Look, you guys know me. I'm not high maintenance. Maybe he didn't hear me.
he thinks
I'm not high maintenance. Yeah, right. There it is. I knew the business manager was listening. But I am loving my new skin routine from About Face, and that tinted sunscreen is killer. So, Davey, what do we have next?
All right, strum it, drum it, hum it down. We've got the local music scene to make you super proud on this Wednesday, May 21st. We got Jim Lamb at the Milltop Tavern at 12. Smokin' Joe Shower at Tradewinds at 1. Ooh, music and art by the sea. 2025 kicks off tonight at the St. Johns County Ocean Pier at 3 o'clock p.m. That's featuring Elizabeth Roth and ACR at 7 p.m. Reggie Starrett at the Milltop Tavern at 4:30. We got Jim Johnston, happy belated birthday, buddy, at Catch 27 at 5 o'clock p.m. Zaza Flamenca at Fusion 904 Eatery. She's amazing. Vinny Jacobs at Guy Harvey Resort at 5. Chubby McGee at the Tides Oyster Company at 5. Damon Slaughter, that's our hometown Sean Mendez at OC White's Restaurant at 5. He's a sweetheart. He's amazing.
Wow.
Baby Gray, very cool, just like Vegas Gray. This is the kids.
Okay.
Iggy's Grill and Bar at 6. Kirk Whalen at Old Coast Ales at 6. Caleb Joy at Harry's Seafood and Bar at 6. Zach Haywood at Salt Life Food Shack at 6, and DeHarma at Casa Divino 57 at 7. And finishing off tonight is Alex Richmond at Cortese's Bistro at 7. And now a quick word from our featured sponsor, Maracuya.
Sunny St. John's was practically poured into existence over a cup of community sunshine, and now that sunshine lives at Maracuya.
And they're named after the passion fruit. Maracuya is more than just a name. It's a feeling, a rare, radiant flavor, a story steeped in heritage.
Guys, they don't just make coffee, they create handcrafted works of art located at 260 West King Street.
Maracuya isn't just coffee, it's culture. A slow sip in sunshine, a bold hello to the day. Sunny St. John's is fueled every day by Maracuya. All right. Food, fun, and local sun. Here's what's shining all around town, Sunnies. Welcome to our local events expert, Renee Unsworth from The Greatest. TotallySaintAugustine.com. You got to check them out. The Sunny Scoop on all your local events. Renee, how you doing today, boo?
Hey guys.
Yes.
Morning.
It's mid to late May and I'm ready for summer.
Yeah.
We're ready for Memorial Day weekend, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, a little breather, a little fun in
Little
the sun.
break.
Yeah.
Little break and we can have a really fun break at 3 speakeasies in town.
Yeah, you were telling me about this.
We have 3 speakeasies.
This is cool.
We really do.
That's amazing.
In
Well,
St.
I mean,
Augustine.
we're known around the Prohibition time to we didn't really care. We were still serving booze at that time.
yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, the
Henry
rum
Flagler
runners,
was.
right? The
Yeah.
rum runners came in here.
Rum runners came in. Henry Flagler was still serving at his hotels.
I love it.
Oh.
We do not care. We
Yeah,
were
he
like,
didn't
yes,
care.
we are here for it.
Yeah, Villa Zareta. It was like a private club.
Oh.
Yeah, they served people.
They served.
Renee, are these 3 speakeasies, were they around or are they just now coming to light? What's the story here?
Some of them have been around for a little while. And what I found is that people don't know their names.
Yeah.
Which is interesting, right? So the one at Oddbirds, everyone thinks it's at Oddbirds, which it is,
Yeah.
but it's in the back room at Oddbirds.
Tell Meredith.
And
this
it's
is so
called
cool.
Charlotte 33 Speakeasy.
Okay.
Cool space. You have to go through the bookshelf. Literally, you have to
Oh.
walk through a bookshelf.
It's a hidden door.
It's a
Yeah.
hidden door in the bookshelf. And you can make your reservations on Resi. So it's super easy. Just
Okay.
go to Resi, make your reservations, and then they send you a password to get in.
How cool is this,
Okay.
right? I love it.
Right?
That's hilarious.
Yes,
So it's
and-
like knock 3 times.
Yeah.
Pumpkin.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Okay.
They have takeovers and little pop-ups there as well. So tonight they have Pan Americo Bar from Miami doing a pop-up there.
Wow.
Okay.
So they're going to be serving certain cocktails that they make there in Miami.
So they'll be doing like the mojitos or something.
Something like,
from
Tropical.
Tropical.
Whatever they have that they're featuring.
Got it. Makes sense.
Now, I
Yeah.
thought I saw an article. I'm going to spill a little tea here. Didn't Oddbirds just open up something in Miami too?
They did.
That's amazing to see
Oh,
that
yes.
growth.
They are
That's cool.
expanding. They actually have something in Savannah and Miami.
This is
And
cool.
St. Augustine.
Yeah, and it
Wow.
started all here. Oddbirds has always been a local favorite. If you guys
Okay.
are visiting out there, this is definitely a hot spot to hit up. And this local speakeasy. How cool.
It's really cool.
So who's the next one?
So the next one is Cash at 36 Granada, which is the new spot down on Granada with the French Pantry.
Oh,
Yes.
where Little Miss Ha is there too,
So
right?
Little Miss Ha, French Pantry, and then Cash is the back bar. And here's the funny thing. It's been open the whole time, well, the past month.
Yeah.
I walked in there on Saturday night, went past the inside bar, saw some friends, and they were like, "Where are you going?" Because I looked like I was going to the bathroom, and I'm like, "I'm going to the speakeasy." And they're like, "What?"
Yeah.
This is
So
cool.
you don't even know it's there. You really don't. You just have to walk past the kitchen.
Oh, I've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
So am I allowed to say why I've seen it?
Sure.
Oh,
you got to yes
I had
from
to
the
ask
booth,
my
yes.
husband. So we service the French pantry with linens,
Ooh.
and so we went in the back door as we
Right.
And so I saw it and I went, oh my God, this room is beautiful. I thought it was just part of the restaurant, but we
See?
were in the back, so I never went. I've never been in the front. I've only been in the back.
Right.
back. And that's so the thing is, they have a parking lot. Yes, they have a
They do.
parking
They
lot.
do have a
parking
You can
lot.
park at the location.
How many
which-
cars? 4?
No,
No,
it's a decent sized
it's
parking
a
lot.
nice
No,
parking
it's
lot.
decent.
Okay.
So amazingly, if you can book reservations on Open Table at the 2 restaurants.
I love the Open
not
Table.
at Cash.
Okay.
You have to sneak in the back in Cash.
How cool.
But you can park there and just walk in the back door, and people don't realize it's even
Full
there.
bar, fancy pants. What's
Full
the
bar.
vibe? Okay.
It's got crushed velour couches.
Yes.
Like when I
It's
tell you
so
you're going to
pretty.
love it.
Ooh.
Gorgeous
Beautiful.
decor.
Yeah. I might have
They
to whip
have
out the fan for that.
appetizers.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
you,
know,
could
just-
bring the fan.
I'm definitely bringing
You can bring the
fan.
fan. They
Yeah.
have small plates. And the fun thing they're
Oh, they do like
doing-
tapas?
Little tapas, little
Okay.
small plates.
Got it.
The fun thing they're doing on Friday nights, they have Tone Vendor, which is our local record store right down the road.
My
They're
favorite.
spinning vinyl in there on Friday. It's a little party.
They're
Renee, you
spinning
know
things.
everything. This is super cute.
People tell me stuff.
I had no idea that's what I stumbled into. Because, of course, it was the morning.
Yeah.
So it was
Yes.
empty.
That's
but,
right.
Yeah, you got to be hardcore if you're going to the speakeasy at 11 a.m. But
mean,
And I
seriously.
don't
No
think
shame
it
in my
opens
campaign, guys.
until afternoon.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but it was beautiful. So
It's
if you guys are
gorgeous.
looking for a spot, let me tell you, I had no idea. I walked in and I went, "Oh my gosh, gorgeous."
Yeah, I'm
So,
a day drinker.
And I saw a lot of locals in there on Saturday night.
Oh,
That's when I
nice.
went. So it's fun to to
It's
check
got to
out.
be hard to do marketing for a speak. You know what I mean? Because they want to kind of keep it exclusive.
Right.
But we're kind of getting a little bit of the tea right now. But that's interesting, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what's the last one?
The last one is a secret spot. I'm not allowed to tell the location.
What?
Really?
It hasn't opened yet. It's called Leon's St. Augustine.
You sent me this one. I was looking for the spot. Okay.
And you can go to the website, leonsaugustine.com. You sign up. You get an email that you have been added to the exclusive wait list.
Oh, Lord, you're
to
getting
make
waitlisted already?
reservations, and they are not revealing the location literally till the day before when you make your reservation.
Oh my God.
Do you have any idea how many people are going to
I mean,
get
I
in
don't
first
know.
night?
They're going to have to keep it limited.
That's
I
what I'm
mean,
saying. So I'm just
obviously.
wondering, like,
Right. Because it is.
Davey, are you
I
signing
do know
up right
where
now?
it is, and it's a small space. So they're gonna have to, and maybe they'll do it in different time shifts.
maybe.
Okay, you guys, I just signed up. It says, thank you for joining Leon's List. Inspired by the legend Ponce de Leon on Speakeasy is refined hidden experiences nestled somewhere in the heart of St. Augustine. Oh, I'm on the list. This is exciting.
Okay. Now, wait,
Yeah.
do you get a +1 or am I
I got you. I'll do you
am
now.
I a plus minus? I
Plus,
just got
plus, yeah.
I just got taken off the list before I was on the list. That's really neat.
It's
That's-
cool.
that's
it's
really
something
neat.
fun and new, and this town is getting known for its craft cocktail creations.
Oh,
And
yeah.
really, Cesar, who owns Oddbirds, he was the premier mixologist here for years.
Yeah, right.
So he's
Oh,
kind
remember
of brought that
Josue? May he rest
culture.
in peace. Remember Josue, amazing human being, great friend of mine.
Yes.
He was an incredible mixologist too, all a part of this whole dynasty of mixologists.
Yeah.
Honestly, amazing human being. But yeah, I really learned the art of drinking seriously, and they just their concoction. Like when you order an old fashioned
Yes.
at Oddbirds, you open it up. It comes in a treasure box. You open it up, the smoke billows out. It's
Yeah.
really dramatic. You know me, I love the drama. I'm here
Right.
for it. Yeah.
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 Cool.
I have noticed too that if you don't drink, I've gone to a couple of these places and the mocktails are on point.
They
Yeah.
have
And
amazing.
they look beautiful.
Yes, they're beautiful, tasty, like fresh juices, scratch made
Yeah.
things just for the mocktails.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
mocktail is a whole adventure out
is.
there. I like it.
I've had some lavender and like
Yes.
those little dried oranges, those little cute little
So
just
yummy.
beautiful things. So anyway, yeah, that's great. So what else you got?
We got Peña Peck and Jimenez. What's going on with my girls?
Well, it is National Historic Preservation Month.
Got
Okay.
it.
So I always like to point that out in May, and we have historic house tours all over town. Peña Peck House, 1750.
I know.
Jimenez Facio House, 1798.
Shout out Julia.
Keeper's House at the St. Augustine Lighthouse, that has 3 levels because there's a basement,
Oh,
which is really creepy.
What?
Yeah.
Check that out at the St. Augustine
It's the
Lighthouse.
real haunted
We
spot.
can have basements
And
here?
the keeper of the lighthouse at the basement, he is a jerk. You'll feel the presence. He is not nice. Yeah.
the
ghost
base-
is or the
The
guy?
ghost, the
The
real ghost.
There's
yeah.
a ghost there.
You feel like agitation down
I
there,
was like,
right?
Davey,
Yeah.
that's not very sunny to call the lighthouse guy a jerk.
Oh, well.
That's my job.
There's a lot of them. I love
Good
you guys out
Lord.
there.
He was a lighthouse keeper,
Got
and he
it.
smoked cigars. So sometimes people smell his cigar smoke in the basement
Yeah.
of all places. But yeah, so about the basement, it was actually built into coquina that's already naturally there in the
Oh,
ground.
Got it.
So that's the deal.
That's cool.
Makes
It
sense.
actually doesn't flood much, amazingly.
Yeah.
You would. That's why I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
We
The
can't
sealant.
have basements.
I love
but I
it.
got it. The coquina.
I love a good basement.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's
Other
I'm sure you
historic
do.
houses, Governor's House and Cultural Center.
Mm-hmm.
The Father Miguel O'Reilly House on Avali Street is newly opened. Great old house. Oldest house museum complex. That's the oldest house in Florida. The Gonzalez Alvarez House was built in 1702.
Wow.
And then the oldest wooden schoolhouse, which, has been standing since the 1700s as well.
It's incredible. All these structures are still in place, and they're beautifully preserved by all these our great friends all over St. Augustine. All these great attractions too. to check
I
out.
have done several of these.
They're not
tours,
boring.
and
They're incredible.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
amazing
wonderful.
tours and just something fun to do.
I
took
thought
the
it was going to be
kids.
Snooze Fest. It wasn't. It
No,
was totally
I
interesting.
took my
Yeah.
kids and we did it years ago, but it was. I would keep going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I love
Yes.
the history. But my kids were like, no more tours, Mom. And I was like, we've got 8 more. Let's go.
No more house tours.
Yeah, but they're always great, and it's a wonderful thing to do. So Get out there, guys.
Well, Renee, thank you so much for
Thank
stopping
you.
by. We'll see you next Wednesday. But if you guys want all the latest and greatest, go check out Totally St. Augustine. It's the best spot to check for local events.
It
St.
is.
Augustine,
Thank
yeah.
you so much for stopping by. We'll
Thank
see you next
guys.
week.
Have a great week.
Bye,
Thank
boo.
you. Oh, happy Memorial Day.
Yes.
Yee.
Yes.
All right. Now, Meredith, what's going on with that weather?
All right, guys. Rain or drought, despair is about. We've got the cursed weather report. It's Wednesday, May 21st, and we finally get a change in weather, Davey. It's 94 instead of 93.
Isn't that nice and balmy?
Yeah, it's a partly cloudy, maybe some late afternoon thunderstorms to spice things up, or as we call it, you're going to get a free car wash from nature.
Okay, very nice. And on the bright side, it might squash the pollen for 6 to 7 glorious minutes. Bad news, it'll get back up again, just like, because it's basically a chumbawamba, right? I get knocked down.
No, don't sing that song.
Okay.
Oh, I get it now.
There
Stop
is.
it.
It
Stop
took
it.
me a minute.
But I'll get
was,
up again, yeah.
I was like, chupacabra?
No.
Chumbawamba.
Chumbawamba.
my gosh.
Good grief.
Johnny, but that's probably another one of your
yeah.
lyrics that we sing wrong, though.
Yeah,
there's some things
yeah,
in there.
yeah. That's a good one.
But let's pivot over to the Farmer's Almanac.
All right, guys. Moon's in bloom, tide's in tune. Sunnies, here's your daily dose of the farmer's platoon. Advice of the day. Add sugar to your flower arrangements if you are using larkspur and delphinium.
Sounds like a dolphin, yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
what those flowers are.
Yeah. Plant people, please comment.
Home hint of the day. If you store firewood in your cellar, pour a concrete floor first because it will make cleanup easier. That just sounds like a lot of work.
It sounds really hot. I don't get it.
I
Okay.
don't know. But we don't have basements.
I do love a basement, yeah.
We know.
Oh,
Stop.
God's
We
sakes.
know.
That's like under the bridge with the
I know.
trolls and his
He's going to be at the
boyfriends.
bridge later today if anybody wants to stop
Yeah.
by.
When the fishing reports later.
Maybe
Yeah,
that's where we
okay.
need to do the
Listen,
speed
I got my
dating.
joke today. Why do seagulls live by the sea? Because if they lived by the bay, they'd be bagels.
That's so bad.
Silly.
I love it.
That is so bad. Dry like those bagels. Word of the day. Nephilococcygenesis.
Oh, I think
Stop.
I have that. There's an ointment or something?
There's no
Yeah.
ointment. There's
Oh.
no cure. Sometimes clouds look like other objects, such as a dragon, an elephant.
Penis.
Well,
I've
David.
seen them in there.
People?
Okay.
It is the morning
People?
show. It is the morning.
I'm just
And
saying.
these clouds, when they become shaped like something,
Okay.
even if they're phallic,
Okay.
they are named a Nephilococcygenesis. I didn't make it up, guys. It's what the Farmer's Almanac told me.
Sounds like a cologne I can't afford. All right, next up, we got born today, Mr. T, and who had died was Hernando de
Fool.
Soto.
It
So,
was
It's a short
a
dinner
born
party tonight.
and died day.
real quick. Yeah,
All
not a
right.
lot going on. But events American Red Cross was founded in 1881.
Oh, cool.
Homegirl Amelia Earhart completed the first solo flight by a woman across the Atlantic in 1932.
All right.
The weather was weathering at 124 degrees in Salton, California.
Yikes.
And an F2 tornado touchdown in Hampton, New Hampshire. That's weird.
That is
in
weird.
2006.
You don't hear a lot of tornadoes in New Hampshire.
No, right. It's weird. But coming up next, we got Hug It Down or Don't, the fishy etiquette of unwanted embraces. Oh, I know all about this because nothing says I value our friendship like a surprise squeeze that leaves you questioning your life's choices.
Yeah, the classic ambush hug, which I hate.
You hate this.
It's a timeless tradition of invading personal space under the guise of affection. So let's dive into the tale of the unsolicited hug.
I surround myself with people that do not like to be hugged. That's very interesting. So I'm a big hug and jumper.
So this started though because the Orlando Sentinel has a Miss Manners. Okay, so you can write in and they'll tell you what you think, like Dear Abby.
Yeah.
Okay, she wrote into Miss Manners saying her friends. This is so me. Her friends' persistent hugging makes her uncomfortable.
Oh.
Didn't that sound terrible? Now that I hear it.
Well, it sounds like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Miss Manners advised that it's acceptable to set personal boundaries and decline physical contact. I'm not sure how that would go.
You got to do it politely, though.
Yeah.
Like stop, drop, and roll.
Nope.
Okay.
No. What does the term fishy hug mean, though?
The term fishy hug was used
Ooh.
metaphorically to describe the awkwardness of unsolicited embraces.
Okay.
So, you don't have to smell like fish, apparently.
No.
Miss Manor suggested that using humor or lighthearted comments to deflect unwanted hugs is obviously relevant.
Okay.
The reader was encouraged to communicate her discomfort directly to her friend.
Got it.
Like, no,
No.
I do not want a hug right now.
No.
Like, that sounds awkward.
So readers did share their own experience with unwanted physical contact, and they kind of had a back and forth in the comments. But I would like to know what you guys think. If I said, your hug makes me uncomfortable, and
Yeah.
this is a friend, not just an
I'll
acquaintance.
tell you blank, no, that's not nice.
Is it acceptable or not? And how are you
Can't
supposed
you
to
just
say
do
it?
like the air huggy thing?
I've never pushed a hug away.
Yeah.
Well, probably to my husband
Oh.
because I'm mean when
That's middle of the night.
I get mean sometimes.
Oh.
I get mean sometimes, 99% of the time. And but seriously, like I've never pushed away once a friend has hugged or even a new acquaintance.
Mm-hmm.
But I am not a person who likes you to be in my personal space. It makes me super anxious. So I don't even know how you would say it politely because any way I say it, it's going to come off aggressive.
We'll just say that you have a phobia that you can't. Yeah, I have a fear of hugging. It sounds like you have an insecurity and a fear of hugging.
Agoraphobia.
Yeah, agoraphobia.
Agoraphobia.
Oh, I have an update from our GM.
No.
Everyone in Meredith's life is allocated 2 hugs per year to use at their own discretion.
Oh
is
wow!
correct.
I think I'm already one in.
Well,
Dang it!
Yeah.
So
You better
do.
wait.
So I do have a quota, and one of them is your birthday, which is a non-negotiable,
Okay.
and the other you can use when you'd like. It could be Christmas.
Okay.
It could be an Easter hug,
Christmas.
but it's up
Could it
to
be
you.
a rando?
You could, but then you've used it.
Oh.
So you use it, it's
See,
gone.
that's why I always make sure that I smell good because I know I do a lot of hug. I do. When you hug me, it is a luxury experience.
That's
you
right.
literally are like, damn, that guy's.
Wow.
I want people to walk away from me like, his ass smells so good.
Are they hugging your ass, Steve?
Absolutely, the whole ass. I mean,
Okay.
that's basically my whole body. It's
Oh.
just
Well,
are
this
you
chair is
did,
just yeah.
Did you
billowing.
just tell everyone you have a big back?
Absolutely,
Is that what
girl.
you just
I
said?
have big back, real energy. Yes,
Is
all
that
day,
what that
every.
means?
Yes, yes.
Big back means big hiney?
Big back.
means
You're just
like-
big in the back, thick with
Big
the
back.
C.
Oh,
Yes.
big in the back.
Thick with the C.
I didn't know
THC.
that that's what that meant.
Yeah, big back
got a big
energy,
back.
baby.
Is that a Gen Z term?
Yeah,
I think
we
it's a
could.
David Hartzell term.
If that pops up in Gen Z report, just put a picture of me up that big ass back, baby.
like
yes.
this, looking back at
Listen, you need to move a couch. You know who to call. I got you, baby. Yes.
it,
Okay.
he got a big back.
All right. Well, so I guess if you're not a hugger, you're allowed to say that you feel uncomfortable, but I think it's the way you say it,
True.
not what you're saying.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
I talk to my therapist a lot about.
Yeah.
All right. Coming up, we have crutches and kindness when scary teens become everyday heroes because nothing says plot twist like a group of teens turning from park loiterers to neighborhood angels.
Right. It's like finding out the school bully secretly knits sweaters for orphan kittens. Aw. There you go, Barbara Jean. Stick out around as we unravel this heartwarming tale that proves you can't judge a teen by their hoodie.
Oh, that's a true story.
So who is this? Richard Munoz, right? Broke his ankle by playing basketball, requiring surgery and months on crutches. What did he do? He lived what? Near a
So
park?
he lived near a park frequented by teens known for their mischief.
Oh.
I love whoever wrote mischief.
There must be the graffiti there.
Yeah. One day while struggling with his bags and his crutches, obviously, he was stumbling about, the teens approached him
Oh, that's really nice.
to help.
Oh.
Not to mug him, not to push him down on his
Right.
crutches, to help. They offered to carry his bag. Over time, they continued to support him taking out his trash,
This is awesome.
letting him skip the
Yes.
line.
Oh.
I don't know what line, but they
Maybe
let
for
him
the
skip
ice
it.
cream man.
I don't
No.
know.
Like a snow cone man or
No.
something?
No.
Yeah.
Snow cone.
Go ahead, buddy. You can go in the front of the line. All right. Don't get those butterfingers.
So you think the middle-aged man is waiting out front for the ice cream man?
People love the ice cream. When you hear the chimes, you get ready, right?
Stop.
Everybody gets ready in my neighborhood. Yes.
Do they still have ice cream men?
Yes, we do in my neighborhood.
Oh,
off
it's
of
like
West King.
Yeah,
Yes,
with
we
the
get
ma-
very
with
excited.
the van.
So this was cool because his story was featured in a Kindness of Strangers series that highlights anonymous, you know what I mean? Like anonymous strangers who are doing good deeds. So I think it's a really feel good story.
These kids were raised right.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Right?
I would say so.
I think that's awesome.
I would say so. I love the orphan knitting sweaters kittens thing.
Yeah.
I feel like you should do that.
I think that would be a great
We could
thing.
do it for Barbara Jean's cats.
Yeah, we
We
could
could
do
make
it.
sweaters.
Can you
yes.
knit?
For Barbara Jean's kitty.
My cat actually needs a sweater because he's licked all the hair off his body.
Didn't
Could
you just buy him a sweater?
I put him on a onesie and he refused to walk.
Yeah, he needs a sweater. Something a little
needs
bit
a
more open
sweater.
and free.
Yeah.
Talking about open and free, let's talk about our featured sponsor at About Face.
When your skin needs a refresh,
Or you just want to feel like your most confident self.
About Face Aesthetics is our go-to.
These skin queens on the beauty scene know exactly how to treat you right.
From facials and skincare to injectables and glow-ups, they've got the magic touch.
And they make you feel seen, heard, and radiant from the inside out.
Ready to put your best face forward?
Say hello to About Face. Book your glow up today at aboutface.guru.
And in comments, Maura says, I've never pushed away a hug either, but I also enjoy personal space. I'm not alone is all I'm saying.
It's so funny because on the Sunny page is what I can see. And then you've got Erin who's out there. She's like, I love hugs. I'm the biggest hugger ever. And she is. If you get a hug from Erin, oh my gosh, she's an amazing lady. Yes, she is the best hugger. Yeah.
Yeah.
This
So
is
let's
hilarious.
see what these Gen Zs have to share with us today.
All right, slay or nay, Sunnies. Here's what Gen Z's got to say, because why? We need to learn these things because we're just trying to keep up. Today's word of the day, stan.
Oh,
Do you have any guesses on what that means, Davey?
a man that wears beige.
Stop.
No.
No?
No.
Well, that's what I got. I
It's-
mean, that's what I think.
I have a neighbor named Stan. No,
Oh,
I don't.
really?
No, a stan is a devoted fan.
Like Eminem.
Yes.
Okay.
So people would say, or these Gen Zers, I stan her so hard.
Ooh, that sounds creepy.
It means you follow them.
Ooh.
They're all their socials, all the things.
Wow.
So you on the Sunnies page,
Yeah.
they all stan you,
Yeah. Yeah.
just so you know.
Yeah. Yeah. That includes Addie.
All right. Yeah. Now the expert fishing report hosted by both Meredith and Davey, because we had some people write in and they said, Meredith, please stop. You have no idea what you're doing.
So they brought in the greatest expert ever.
They
Yes.
thought a gay fisherman would do the trick. Lines tangled, facts mangled. It's time for Meredith and Davey's fishing expert report time.
Oh, God, here we go.
So the intercoastal waterways south of the 206 bridge, which is Davey's hotspot, is where you can find.
Singles.
Speed dating.
I can't laugh today. I have digestive issues. I swear if I have a Shaq moment here, I'm going to die.
Get her a trash bag.
Shit. Oh my
There's
God.
a trash can next to you, Meredith.
There's no trash can back here.
No, we have no cloth.
General manager, we
nothing.
need a trash
cloth.
I got a
can.
little ribbon.
Okay, oh God, of course you have ribbon. Speckled trout are very active right now during the early morning hours. Live shrimp, they're up there popping corks.
Oh, that's my kind of man.
No.
Yeah, they're popping corks and popping ass.
I love it. Yes,
All
drive
right.
through twice.
All right, so Davey, do you have a joke for us?
I hope I do. Since they're popping cork underneath it's like
No,
a kid in a candy store.
It's right
You
there.
got to read the next
Okay.
line, David.
What's a fish's favorite instrument? The bass guitar.
Okay.
All right.
It really slaps.
The other one was better. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bad fishing joke.
But speaking about a bad situation, but turning it into
Oh.
something that is a great conversation. What's going
Yeah.
on here?
Chrissy Teigen's sobriety saga, because nothing says good morning like discussing a celebrity's intimate struggles before 9 a.m.
Yeah, Chrissy Teigen's model. She's a model, a cookbook, an author, a mom, and now sobriety spokesperson with a twist. She's opened up about her recent relapse, proving that even the queen of Twitter clapbacks and has her off days.
Yeah.
Let's unpack this emotional roller coaster, shall we?
Yeah, so I was super interested in Chrissy Teigen's story because she talks about how she wanted to get sober after reading where's the book, the title of the book?
I'll find it.
Crap.
Go ahead,
She
keep going.
started reading Quit Like a Woman.
Okay.
And it was trending hard. That book was trending hard. And it talks about getting sober, not because you've, been thrown in jail or you've had a DUI or you clearly have a problem, but because alcohol is not helping your lifestyle. So it's not necessarily causing you a ton of grief and chaos, but really what benefit does alcohol have? And so this book trended hard, and Tegan did say that there were times where she wouldn't have a glass, but it would be a bottle, and she was like, you know what, this isn't good for me. So she acknowledged, however, on earlier this week via an Instagram and on her podcast that she did start drinking again.
Yeah, she expressed frustration, stating, I let it back into my life, and described it as alcohol is an effing beast.
Yeah.
Tegan credited her author, Quit Like a Woman, right?
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, what else happened here?
Well, she did say, she's like, I do feel better when I'm sober. It increases my productivity. It improves my well-being. She shared her challenges, which I think this is a big struggle, not just for women, but people in general, that moderation can be difficult because if you have more than one drink, obviously it could lead to 2, 3, 4, and then a bottle of wine is gone, and you wake up and you're like, ugh, I feel like crap.
Yeah.
So she talks about moderation as being something that she has struggled with in the past, and now that she's let alcohol back in, will she have that same struggle again?
I come from a long line of Italians, though, and we have a rule in our family. If you open up the bottle, you got to finish the bottle. I mean, this is literally generations old. My grandmother would have been furious if we opened up a bottle of Coppola and it just sat there and we didn't finish it before it gets, am I wrong, Mel? Like,
No.
This is kind of like the culture
with
that we
wine
come from.
too, it doesn't. You gotta if you open the bottle, you gotta finish it. But you gotta remember, my grandparents,
Yeah.
my Nona, my grandfather, they had beautiful gardens and they grew their own grapes. Now they lived in New Jersey, right?
Yeah.
When they immigrated. However, his homemade wine was
Hooch.
basically like freaking gasoline.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
man.
But he would open a bottle and everybody would have to drink. And then when we were younger,
And then
my
what,
Nona
die?
would slice peaches and put it in the bottom of white wine and give it to us. And my father would be like, "They're 10. What are you doing?" And
Right.
she's like, "It's afternoon." She didn't
It's
speak English.
afternoon.
Right, it's a no
She
big
didn't
It's
see
a
deal.
anything wrong with
spritzer.
that. Right.
Literally, they
But
drink
it's
from
just
10
a
a.m. to 10
cultural-
p.m. in Italy.
It's just a
Yeah.
cultural
But
thing.
I'll tell you a really quick story that Bin 39, we represent, obviously, on the afternoon show. They came up with they found this really cool machine. It's called a Corvin. And so you can literally have one glass of wine, and it will still preserve the bottle with, making sure that, it still stays fresh. It's
Yeah.
not. So there are ways to do it. I mean, that's definitely an investment, but that's how you can have something very special with just one glass. But yeah.
Yeah.
Going back to Chrissy.
I just think that it's the fact that she admitted to it. She's talking about it, and she's talking about, it's a struggle, and sobriety is not a linear journey. So there are going to be times where this happens. It's not like a relapse is crazy, that would never happen. It happens all the time. That's why they say sober living, it's one day at a time. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So I applaud her for being honest and not fibbing about it, because there's definitely been celebrities that have gotten found out after saying that they were sober for a long time. And I'm a fan of Friends.
Yeah.
Some might call me a stan.
Oh, true.
But in Matthew Perry's book, he talked a ton about getting sober and how he mentored and he became people's sponsors. At the end, when he passed away, you knew he wasn't sober.
Right.
He was using still. It was a mess. And so it's just really sad. If that happens, I say open up.
Yeah.
Talk about it,
I think that's the best way to do it. Don't feel shame in your campaign. Literally, you're trying to get through this. So yeah,
No, and
talk
there's so
about
many
it with your friends.
people that will support you in doing it. People are choosing to sober life like crazy now because, they're learning. I think now we have access to so much more knowledge. And I think some people are just if you grew up in the 90s like we did with Boone's Farm and the Mad Dog
Yeah.
2020, you're tired of waking up feeling like garbage.
Right.
Yeah, it's been almost 5
boo.
months for me.
Yeah.
So my 5-month mark will be the end of this month.
That's exciting.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
but once again, it's one of those things where it's day by day, and I feel better. I definitely am more productive. I wake up, no headaches, and I was getting a headache after 1 to 2 glasses of wine.
Yeah.
Menopause, no fun. So yeah, I do feel better. But Davey, it seems your friend Gia.
Gia Giudice is stepping up to defend her family's financial situation.
What's going on?
Here she comes. Our podcast, Casual Chaos. Gia addressed the $3 million tax debt her mother, Teresa Giudice, and stepfather, Louis Rulas, I can't say the last name, Rulas,
You don't
are
need to say
facing.
his last name. He just
Mel,
needs to
you
go
and I
away.
are in this like Flynn too. So
No.
what you found this story? What's going on?
Okay, first of all, I just have to say Gia should not have dropped out of law school to become a reality star, let's be honest. But Teresa, like, can you get it together, please? Because she had all these issues with Joe. He now lives in the Bahamas. That's a horse of a different color.
Right.
But Louis also had tax issues before they even got together.
Why does she get with these men with these tax
because
issues?
that's a love bubble. Don't pop my love bubble.
Wow.
So, and she owes, I think, $300,000. He owes like 3.6. So their combined, they owe is $3,037,000. $37,255. I wrote it down, but I can't read my handwriting.
I know, but that's a big number that we don't ever
and
deal
it's
with.
like different. It's like liens and stuff. So my question is, if you know you're going to be in tax issue again, you know, like
Right,
if you're
right,
like
right.
making a skivets with the taxes,
right.
you know, wouldn't you pay a little more attention and maybe not do the lavish vacations and wear,
And
you
put
know,
it out
buy the
there
clothes?
every time.
I know, but everybody on Housewives, doesn't matter what season, somebody's always in the tax hot water.
It's a hot mess and a hand roll.
I
Yep.
would just like any tax accountant or attorney who's out there and they come across this.
And you want to
which-
sponsor a show?
and
Call
how
us.
much I want to know how much money you have to make to have a
let's
$3 million
let's check.
tax debt, because that I can't comprehend.
Yeah.
I just can't comprehend.
It's huge. And how can you
And
eat?
she doesn't make that much off her. To be honest, if you look at her brand deals, her cookbook she's done, she doesn't make that much off of that.
Number one
How
New
do
York
they-
Times bestseller.
Yeah.
That's all she keeps saying. That doesn't
How
mean
do you
that
know
you're
that
making
she's
Over.
money.
making on it though?
It's all public knowledge. Like
They
she
listed it.
states it,
Yeah.
and then other people, other housewives, and they get upset with each other. Like, oh, and she's da, 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 da.
Oh, so she'll claim she made XYZ, and then the
then-
other ones are like,
They're like,
no,
"No,
she
you
didn't.
didn't."
Right.
She made $7 on that cookbook.
Yep.
Right.
Listen, I'll tell you, sidebar on books. So I've written 2 books.
Yeah. How was this?
I've written 2 books. I published my second book with Simon and Schuster, so a huge publishing house.
Yeah.
I can tell you that it took me, how many years, Dave, did it take me to earn out? 4 years.
Holy guacamole.
It took me 4 years until I got my first royalties payment of $436.
No way.
And my
Yeah,
advance
it doesn't
was
happen
this
right
big.
away.
One of my greatest friends from high school just wrote a book, and she's going through it too. She's
Yeah.
just going, you know,
I think people-
Barnes and Noble to Barnes and Noble signing books.
Yeah, but I think people think, and I think Teresa thought the same thing, because I mean, she's not, guys. She even said it herself. She's like, "I'm not the smartest. I don't know what words to use, but I love my kids." So she's admit she's not the like brightest crane in the box. Okay?
Yeah, but seriously, when you make mistakes
However,
of this large,
she
again,
wrote these cookbooks and everything, and she's like, "I'm going to be rich off my cookbooks." She didn't understand, and then shame on the people surrounding her that are
Well-
supposed to be helping her with this. But like,
It's tough because
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what, I'm sure her advance was larger than my advance. This was many years ago, and I had a tiny advance.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't realize that I had to pay back all of the advance before I earned any money off of the sale of a book. And that took 4 years,
God
which does
bless
not,
crazy.
America.
Which is
Wow.
crazy.
so moral of the story.
and I was an Amazon bestseller.
Right? See, those
So
titles don't do much.
They don't do
because
much.
you only earn like $1 a book.
Wow.
So what I'm saying is, even though you might have paid $19.99 for my book, my credit that I got
Yeah.
was $1.
And how long did it take you to write these books? Like
Uh,
months?
A year maybe to write
Oh
the
my
second book.
gosh.
So anyway, the point of the story is, if you think you're going to get rich off of writing a book, and you think, and you're going to, if you get a big fat advance,
Right.
and then you do become some big bestseller, great. If you're like the rest of us schmoes, $1 a book.
Ooh, cute little piece of trivia, real quick. Vicky in the comments: Simon of Simon and Schuster is Carly Simon's dad.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Vicky, that's amazing.
I did
little
not meet
fact
him.
There, that's pretty cool.
I did not meet him.
You're
well,
so
talking about
vain.
rich and culture, let's think about how Old Town Trolley is one of our featured sponsors.
If you're looking for the best way to see St. Augustine,
And you want history with a side of hilarity,
hop on board Old Town Trolley.
it's our favorite way to explore the nation's oldest city without taking 10,000 steps.
You'll hear ghost stories, local legends, and fun facts you'll definitely repeat later.
Plus, you can hop on and hop off at all the best spots. Food, shopping, history.
Check, check, and check.
So grab your Sunnies and a sense of adventure
And ride with Old Town Trolley today. Okay, guys. Memorial Day weekend, the unofficial kickoff to summer, where the sunscreen flows like champagne and the parking spots are rarer than a quiet toddler. But fear not, St. Johns County is stepping up with their shuttle up and shore out plan.
And about face sunscreen. That's right, Mayor. Where they're rolling out free beach shuttles, you guys, from May 24th to the 26th, so you can save your energy or beach volleyball for not circling the lot like a seagull eyeing a French fry. That's true.
That is true. How many times do you circle the beach parking lot trying
Without
to get
getting
a spot?
frustrated? Yeah, that's true. Yep.
So they will be operating these free shuttles from the 24th to the 26th. They're going to go from St. Augustine Beach City Hall to the fishing pier. Jesus, Davey, are you just getting
He's
a round
gonna be
trip?
busy.
It's going to be good.
It's gonna be a good weekend.
It's going to be like spinning me around on the Lazy Susan.
You
I love
spin
it.
Your
me
big back is
right
gonna get
round,
some work.
baby, right round. So
Hey, what's the times on those shuttles?
10 to 4.
And the Sheriff's Office, St. Augustine Beach Police Department, and Marine Rescue lifeguards will be stationed along the beaches, hi boys, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. So you get a little 2-hour window there when the shuttle's over.
Oh.
Permitted in designated areas from 8 a.m. Beach driving is 8 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. I'm not a big beach driver. I know there's people who are like clutching their pearls out there in comments, but like I feel like it ruins my car. And I did when I first moved here. I thought it was a really cool feature, but I stopped driving on the. Mel, do you guys still drive on the beach? What do you guys do?
Yeah, Jim, his truck is 4x4.
Yeah.
He would rather drive onto the beach because he knows if we go together,
Yeah.
usually we drive separate because if he surfs, he's going to be there too long. I'm not trying to do all that.
Right.
But we'll drive on because it's so much easier because he also knows I get frustrated and if I can't find a spot, I'm leaving.
Yeah, you're leaving.
I have no patience.
There's a
Yeah.
subgroup called St. Augustine drivers stuck in the sand,
Yes.
and like they're
Yeah.
like people like yeah.
Hilarious.
We've seen it.
Yeah.
So we drove up there, not to go, we didn't drive out onto the beach, but I guess we were at the spot where you drive out and
Yeah.
we had parked on the side and people were getting towed,
Oh,
like
wow.
out
Yep.
of the
Yeah.
rescued.
It's
the
expensive.
best is when
And
someone
I
with
was
like
like,
a Tesla or like a little car will drive on. It's like
Porsche. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
don't
then
have any desire.
my
to
car
do that.
got stuck.
Yeah, I'm not a big beach driver. I feel like that can kind of go away. I don't know. Some people love
Yeah, so that's fine, but they also will have the flags indicating water and surf conditions.
Mm-hmm.
So pay attention to the flag color because they talk a lot about what's the current called?
Riptide.
Riptide.
So you got to pay attention to that riptide because unfortunately every year we hear these stories about somebody getting swept away.
Big or small,
Don't you
short or tall,
swim-
they
Yeah.
will rip your ass out
Aren't
in
you
there.
supposed
Yeah.
to like swim like
Sideways.
parallel or
You go
something?
with it. Don't ever swim against
Yeah,
it
you go,
because you
like,
get tired and then you
with
get
it and then to a point where you can because this is
Cut
pantomime
out.
for
Yeah.
swim.
Yeah.
I'm a little different merman.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
a merman.
I
You
See,
don't
don't
move
count.
the ocean.
You don't
I
count.
can't.
With
I
my
would
loose
be
wrists.
I'd be done in 3 seconds.
Yeah, same.
So ahoy, mateys.
Hey!
It's that time of year when we trade our desks for decks and our coffee mugs for coffee mugs, but on a boat. So welcome to Floaties and Fines, navigating boating safety with style, as Davey would for
wow.
sure.
Definitely. But before we get into our inner pirates this Memorial Day weekend, the Coast Guard in St. Augustine wants to make sure you're Captain Sensible than Captain Sparrow.
Oh, don't be the Sparrow guy.
That's it. Sparrow.
I look like
yeah.
him though.
No, Jack
That's-
Sparrow.
I do.
That's right. Yeah. So,
All right.
Yeah, what's going on here?
May 17th through the 23rd is they're promoting safe boating practices ahead of the busy Memorial Day weekend, which you know it will be for the boats out there. I mean, when we drive over the bridge, all you see is boats.
That's it. And remember,
So-
we heard about that boating since in Sarasota with the
Yeah.
guy with wasn't wearing a life jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it talks about free vessel inspections are here from the Coast Guard Auxiliary at Volano Beach.
Mm-hmm.
Boats should be equipped with up-to-date life jackets, first aid kits, and anchors.
Yeah, they're talking about boat safety courses that can enhance knowledge and preparedness. Boaters should familiarize themselves with the state and local boating laws. Absolutely.
Yeah, you're not supposed to drink and boat if you're the driver.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
You're not supposed to
Yeah.
do that, and I
White
know-
Claw doesn't save it all, honey. Yeah, put that down.
Ew.
Yeah.
Regular maintenance and checks of your boat and equipment should be mandatory.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what happens a lot. Is that's why Sea-Tow goes out there so often. Is people aren't checking their boats. They get out there broken down, and then you're stuck.
And
just
Sea-Tow's
like bobbing.
expensive, so you better make sure you use
Yeah.
it wisely.
What does BOAT stand for? About another 1,000. Yep. It's
Oh.
always going to cost you about $1,000 no matter what's
Yes,
going on with a
that's
boat,
true.
right? Whether
Oh,
it's gas or
I have a story.
Okay.
Okay.
And since we have a few minutes left before we talk about this great giveaway from Spice and Tea that is going to be given away tomorrow, my husband bought a boat
Okay.
many a moon ago.
Okay.
It had a hole in it.
No. Just duct tape.
He tried some things. And then he gave it to a friend, and I'm using friend in air quotes because clearly what he did to this boat was not friendly.
Oh.
He told him it's all fixed, plastered it up.
No, he's that guy.
And
Dave.
Dave took the boat with my brother
Uh-oh.
out. About an hour and a half later, he comes back. I said, "Why are you guys back so soon? Shouldn't you be
The
out
boat
fishing?"
sank.
Boat sank.
Sank to the
It-
bottom?
No, it started taking on water.
I
They're
can't.
panicking.
Oh,
My brother, Dave, runs to get the car to back up the trailer. My brother is just driving it in circles while also like bailing out the boat. They get it
Lord.
up onto the thing. But I was like, okay, we're done with this. 'Cause
This
I
is a
said,
mess.
I said no boat. He gets a boat anyway. Boat has a hole in it.
Oh,
Talk
my
about that man's luck.
So where did the boat go?
We sold
Poor
it for
Dave.
parts.
Okay. Okay.
On
Broken it down.
Craigslist.
Yeah.
He
Oh.
tried.
I sold
said,
it for
"I'm getting
parts
a
on
boat."
Craigslist.
I didn't even know Craig was still around.
Did you hear him? He
What?
said, I made money on that.
Hey.
That's the way to do it.
Uh-uh.
That's
gotta
what we
f-
call a hustler.
Yeah, you got to flip
Yeah.
it and
An
dip it.
A.
And you got to know and you got to have great expectations.
Yes.
Just like our Encore sponsor today, Great Expectations Real.
It's so important when you're going through a transition like that to communicate what is most important when you're looking for your new space. So for some people, it's the features of the home, but for a lot of people, it's so much more than that. It's the features of the neighbors or the community, or whether it's an HOA or a non-HOA. There's a lot of, moving parts to that type of transition.
On the draft, I can't.
What an awesome show today. Thank you guys for tuning in. I mean, we covered a lot of topics
Yeah,
today.
if you're going to be out boating, make sure you're checking your boat.
Yep.
Davey will if you go under the bridge.
Remember the story of crutches and kindness. I think that was a big inspiration today. Yes.
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
Help people out there. It's so important. We've got to remember who we are and get back to the humanity of living. I love that.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
True,
These
yeah.
teenagers can be really empathetic and kind souls.
Yeah, and be good to yourself out there. Just like Chrissy Teigen's talking about her faults and things, I think it's important for us to all have inspiration and be good to yourself. Be kind to yourself. You're the first person that you're going to marry. For better or for worse, that's what life's all about. So you always be good to yourself. I
I
think
guess
it's
I've
important.
never thought of it that way.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. So that's
Yeah.
you part, honey.
Oh my. All right.
Oh.
It's therapy hour
I
with
love
Davey.
it. See,
Yeah.
that's what happens when you get on a spin bike with
Many
me. I take you to
blessings.
heaven and back on
Many-
a bike that goes nowhere and everywhere at the same
Many
time.
blessings.
Many blessings.
Hey, don't forget to stay a part of our super cool club. It's called the Sunny Club. Text the word Sunny to 904-227-4422 so you can stay connected to all things Sunny.
And that giveaway from Spice and Tea is going to happen live on air tomorrow, so you're not going to want to miss that.
Who wants to win in comments right now? Who wants to win it?
All you T-hoes out there.
I like it.
Yeah, that
Sunny
sounds
St.
like a
John's
car.
can be found on Instagram at sunnysaint.johns, Facebook Sunny St. John's one word, and the Titty Talk sunny.saint.johns.
And a big shout out to some of these sponsors that make this possible today. I can't thank these guys enough, so please support their businesses. Meredith, who's at the top of the list?
We've got STA Lab, Bailey Group, Old Town Trolley, Bin 39, About Face, and Zone Cheer All-Stars.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah. Great Expectations Realty and Auction, Flashes and Brilliance, Spice and Tea Exchange, Epic Behavioral Healthcare, and Emma Concert Associations. We're so appreciative of their help for us to get this Sunny Network up and out. And don't forget, Boo, it's always sunny. Where?
In St. John's, or wherever you are.
Yeah, we love you guys. So we'll see you this afternoon for some afternoon delight with Lady Addie.
And tomorrow at 8 a.m. Bye, guys. At our new time,
5 p.m.
5 p.m.
Bye, Boos.
Your commute.